Yo, what is up guys? DukeOfDC here. Welcome to another video. We are at Lamoto. These guys are epic. And this is the 2017 Aprilia Tuono RR. So excited. So excited. If you're here for a walk around, I have another video where I do exclusively nothing but walking around. Oh, got a Maserati. Oh my god, there's a girl in a Maserati right there. And I'm in love. Quick shifter. There's a quick shifter. And there's an auto blipper. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Boys and girls, wow, the clutch is super light. What the heck? That's actually kind of crazy. It's not a hydraulic clutch. This is just straight up incredibleness. I have been waiting to get on the RR for so long. They've been waiting for their demo because it does this. Oh my god. That V4 sounds amazing. The turn signal is interesting. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this is the first part of the test, which is how does the Tuono fare in traffic situations? The answer is pretty good. Completely flexible, flickable, you know, awesome city bike, comfortable riding position. I am a little bit more forward than I am on my Super Duke, and it's definitely firmer than something like an S1000R. But that's where this becomes the perfect middle ground between a naked bike and a super sport bike, because this thing is really close to being a super sport bike. And you know, most naked bikes are supposed to, but I think that they've grown into this kind of more comfortable, more docile, more daily friendly bike, where the Aprilia Tuono has unapologetically stayed a complete and utter race machine. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that noise? What is that noise? Oh, it sounds like a fucking jet. Please go left. Please go left. Please go left. Sweet Heavenly Father. That is insane. Okay guys, so whenever I test a new bike, I try not to wear earplugs so that I can hear everything. First and foremost, the exhaust is not overbearing in the slightest when you're just getting after it like this. But the minute you go to put any power down, that V4 makes the most sexual noise of almost any motorcycle. Like, and I ride a KTM 1290 Super Duke R that has the dopest 75-degree twin, 1301 cc's of just grunt. And this is a whole different level. This is essentially the smoothness of a V4 in the most brutalness of a twin. Let's drop a gear. Drop 2 gears, why not? Wow. That is a certified jizz machine, in the words of the great Baron von Grambel. I mean, first off, it's fast. I mean, it's fast. It's quick. It gets off the lights. It's a fucking V4, right? Excuse my French, but holy, oh my god. It's a V4 that is making heaps of torque, but it also has that beautiful 4-cylinder top end and smoothness throughout the power band. And when you get after it, in any like 6 gear, we could slow this down to 30, I bet. Wide open throttle, smooth as butter. It's fueled brilliantly. Oh my god. Does this have to be an objective review? Do I have to say anything bad about the bike? I mean, it's that good. Let me talk about the suspension. So we're on the RR model. We're not on the premium RF factory model that has Öhlins. We've got SAC suspension, front and rear, fully adjustable, and in all honesty, it's perfectly fine. It's so suitable for the street. Unless you are some sort of a 10/10ths racer, I don't know that you'd be able to tell the difference. I never have really truly and honestly been able to tell between SACs and Öhlins. Now between some, you know, lower factory suspension versus Öhlins, you can definitely tell. I mean, it soaks up bumps really well, but that's a testament to SACs being so good. You know, we've got the same powerhouse in this as we do in the RF, so there's no issues there. It's just the price difference. Now, I believe that this bike comes in at about $14,700, $14,500, and the RF, or the factory model, is coming in those high 16s. So that's where you're really talking about a few grand for some more premium parts. That kind of race scheme paint job. If you've ever seen a factory model, it looks like an Italian flag, and it's got all this beautiful graphic writing on here. Whereas the Tuono RR comes in this black and red, and then I believe it comes in a gray model too that looks, you know, both of them, all the color schemes look amazing. The RF is of course more special, and people will recognize it immediately as being an Aprilia and being an RF and being the more premium of the two. But if you are on a budget, I mean, obviously this is an expensive premium naked bike, but if you're on a budget and you're looking for just the quintessential weapon of mass riding destruction, this is it. This is a fantastic bike. You know, I've been on the S1000R. I own a KTM 1290 Super Duke. I've been on monsters. What else have I mean, like, I've been on a whole slew of different naked bikes. I've been on the 2016. I've also owned a 2015 Tuono, and this is smoother. It is more refined. It is crisper. The technology is just leaps and bounds above what they were doing last year, and it just gives me so much hope and so much excitement in my heart that Aprilia is doing some really fabulous things with their motorcycles. Let's see the auto blipper go down the gearbox a bit. Super smooth. Fourth to third. I'm sorry, fourth to second. The quick shifter is awesome. I will admit, when I heard that bikes were starting to go TFT displays only, I started getting a little queasy. I was like, you know, man, I really love an analog tack. There's something about that needle banging its way up the rev range that gives me some, you know, some joy. But then I've seen the TFT displays that have been hitting the market on the new Super Duke and of course on this Aprilia, and they are so crisp, they're so clean, and they provide you with so much information. The fact that Aprilia put a lean angle sensor, a brake sensor, and an acceleration sensor on this bike it's amazing. Oh man, I hope that one, the audio is great, and two, I hope that the video isn't too dark. It's kind of dark out here, and I'm using a filter, and I have a brand new mic set up. So at the end of the day, I could get back and this could be too peaky and the wind could be insane, and God, I hope that's not the case. I just want to open her up for a second. Just hear this. Oh my God, when you're really getting after it, the auto blipper comes to life. Brakes are amazing. I think these are the M50 monoblock calipers that I have on the Super Duke. It just can't go wrong. I mean, we're reaching the pinnacle of parts. I think that's a fair statement to make. Golly, that quick shifter. It shifts quickly. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be saying, like, oh, is the Duke going to be getting back on a Tuono? I know that a lot of my original fam from this channel miss the Tuono dearly, and, you know, I miss it too, guys. It was an awesome bike, but I do love my Super Duke. That being said, if I was in the market, I'm just not in the market right now, if I was in the market for another super naked bike, this would be up on top of that list. There's a few that I still just really want to get out on. The FZ10 is one of them, and it's been incredibly difficult to find because I can't get a Japanese manufacturer to give me a test ride on one of their machines, which is super fucking frustrating. R Nation. So it's a pretty cool day out. I'm pretty sure it's like mid 60s. And so the bike is running incredibly well in terms of heat. Now, another big thing that I had, I'd say, issues with on my old Tuono was heat. So I can't really speak to that because it's a, you know, it's a gorgeous day, nothing but some cool air surrounding this engine. God, it almost crackles and pops. It almost does it. And I bet if I was getting higher in the rev range, if this wasn't in, you know, mile 14 of its lifespan, then it would really start banging up. Wow, all these new bikes are just awesome. So if somebody asked me this or the S1000R, I would pick this. Reason being, this has way more character. And I know that on that video I said that the lack of character in the S1000R is really only because the bike is damn near perfect. And I stand by that. But this bike is damn near perfect and also has character. That V4 sound and feel and just grunt and down low torque is otherworldly. There is so much power. You will never need this much power. It opens up your mind though to just the lunacy of modern engineering in these super naked bikes is just outrageous. It almost doesn't matter what gear you're in. The bike will just lift off at any point. Third, fourth, fifth. You turn the throttle and it is a whole different bike, and it must have that same flapper valve system in the exhaust that the old ones had, because I mean, it's like night and day when you're not on it and then when you get after it, and it just sounds so much better. Oh, it definitely pops. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. It's the perfect city bike too. I mean, yes, 1000 cc's is a little extravagant, but it still performs so well. And the fueling is really improved on this than it was on my 2015. I would say that if you own a 2016, you're probably experiencing a lot of the same. You're obviously not going to get the same tech, and you're not going to get the auto blipper unless you upgrade the bike. It definitely turns heads. I don't know if I'm just like specifically looking out for it because I'm on this bike and I know it's new, or if it's turning more heads than usual, but people are staring me down. Probably like, who's this sexy beast? Just owning a motorcycle in general makes tooling around in a city environment just 10 times easier. It is insane how much easier this is. Alright guys, so we are heading back to Lamoto. Again, enormous shout out to those guys. This bike is a demo and it is sitting in their showroom right now. So if you are curious, if you're interested, if you would like to buy this, they have the RF, they have this, and they will have the RS V4s. So hit them up. Link down in the description below. Stephanie, Jamie, Kareem, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your help. Of course, there were more people there today, and I don't know their names, and I'm really sorry, but everybody there is always so nice to me. And in this day and age, that's something. Oh my God. If that's not a testament to the suspension being good on terrible roads, I don't know what is. Alright guys, so as I complete this final mile up to Lamoto, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get a lot of comments from people saying, which bike would you choose? You know, Aprilia Tuono S1000R, Aprilia Tuono KTM Super Duke. Those are some difficult questions to answer. I need some time to think about it, so I may respond in a video, or I might respond in the comments section. But as always, leave those comments down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!